everyone. Welcome back to Mat Yoga. We're going to be going through a series of different asanas, very basic, and hopefully we can get everything all lengthened and stretched out and relaxed. So I'm glad you're here to join me, and we're going to begin. So how we're going to begin first is let's sit in easy pose for a moment, and let's get our intention together. I'm going to use a little patchouli oil, and you can use whatever essential oil that you would like. Rub between my hands. Take a sniff. Beautiful. Okay. Now, we all know yoga is for everyone. Yoga is a philosophy that originated 5,000 years ago. And it's so beautiful that we can do this today. And kind of every time we do a pose, we open up different energy centers and begin to feel peace and lengthening and just a beautiful energy that comes through our body where a lot of exercises won't be able to do that. So this is a really great exercise because every single asana will open up different parts of our body where energy can flow through. So it's really, really nice. Anyway, so let's get started. Let's sit in easy pose, sitting up straight. We're going to lengthen our back body, sitting up straight, breathing. Deep breath in, feel it all the way to the belly. And exhale. You would like to put your hand in a mudra. I'm bringing my thumb and middle finger together. Peace. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. All right. Bring your hands together. Close your eyes or keep them open, whatever you'd like to do. And I want you to think of that one word that you would like today to be. Is it joy? Is it happiness? Is it a wish for someone else? You know, just feel that and bring that word, give that word attention and energy. Breathe in, breathe out.
I swam across, I jumped across for you.
And that's your intention for today. And I always like to include a mantra for our practice for today. And what I'd like to, each time I do this, I like to think of a different one. And what I would like to say today is, we are love and happiness, and that's all that we need. We are love and happiness, and that's all that we need. Okay? So we'll think of that throughout the class. All right? And today, if you could have a bolster or even a pillow from your bed, or a couple of blocks, that would be great for today's practice. Sometimes if I have time, I incorporate one of these. It's like a yoga belt, and what it does is you can put it in back of your leg or you stretch your arms out, and these are really nice to have. And you can just use like a regular belt too, that's fine. But this is a regular yoga belt, and I like these. They're very nice. And that's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start lying down for today, and we're going to have a chest opener, okay? So I'm going to use my bolster. You could also use, on whatever setting you would like, you can use this block at the back, the base of your back, and then you can also put it underneath your head, all right? You can do that. And you could sit in Supta Baddha Konasana, where your your feet are in butterfly pose. So you can do it that way, or you can put the bolster underneath you. So whatever you feel with that, and on whatever setting you're comfortable with is fine. So why don't we lie like this for a few minutes and open up our heart. Breathe in. Okay, your back is very straight and your heart is open. Your hand should be, for ultimate heart opening, your hand should be facing the sky. And again, if anything is uncomfortable, come out of it. But we're going to have a beautiful heart opener right at the beginning of class today. Let's breathe deep. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. And out, 1, 2, 3, 4. In, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. And out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Now let's come out of this mindfully. We'll bring our hands to the outside of the legs, push in, and our knees are facing up, and we're going to come up nice and slowly. I really feel that in my back. That feels really, really nice. So I'm nice and open to begin with at the start of the class. Okay? So let's just put our blocks to the side, and we'll see how we go in terms of using them. I'm going to put my bolster over here and move my mat back so you can see me just a little bit better. All right. Wonderful. Okay, so let's open up our legs into a straddle position. Okay. Oh, hello, inner thighs, right? Okay, so let's, we're going to come down right away and have our elbows and forearms on the ground, okay? And we're going to hold this for just to lengthen out the inner thighs, okay? So let's hold this, okay? Breathe in and out. Real deep. Breathe into your inner thighs. Breathe deep. And if you can't come all the way down, that's okay. You know, come to here, wherever you feel comfortable. We're just, the point is we're lengthening our back and we're opening up in the inner thighs, all right? Okay, and mindfully and slowly come back up, sitting up nice and straight, okay? Make sure you're on your sits bones, all right? Nice and straight. Feel that energy, feel it, okay? Breathe in and out. Good. Now we're gonna come to the side. We're going to, if you can, touch your toe and bring your left hand over to the right. Okay, now we're not coming down like this yet. We're just coming over, stretching out the side body. And you could probably feel this in your upper back. All right. You can look up at your arm if you want to. Good, and then come back. Good, and let's do that to the other side. If you want to touch your toe, look up and stretch that side body. Good, and come back. Now we're going to face our toe, all right, and come down. And our nose is going to come towards our knee, okay? So Breathe in and out. The goal here is to keep both sits bones on the ground. You don't want it to come up like this. You want everything to stay down, and you want to bring your nose towards your knee. All right, come up. Of course, we're going to balance and take that to the other side. All right, coming back up. Good. So why don't we bring our feet together in butterfly pose, Uttanasana. And let's go side to side. Feel this. You should feel your lower back should be feeling a little bit since we were going side to side and sitting in that position. So we're going to work a little bit on our lower back today. The best way to do that are, of course, cat-cows, which are forward bends and back bends, and holding those a little bit. So we'll definitely do that. Okay, let's bring our legs up and down like butterflies. It's also called butterfly pose or cobbler's pose. Good. All right. Now sit up straight. We want to make sure we sit up straight. Our shoulders are away from our ears. Come in easy pose one more time, and we're going to stretch out the shoulders and the neck before we do our poses where we're on our arms, because we want to stretch everything out. Okay, so let's bring the head over to the left, nice and gracefully. Bring the left hand up, hold it, and stretch out that right arm. Okay, and let's hold this. And breathe nice and deep. And that does not mean that you're over like this. It means you're nice and straight. Okay? Inhale, exhale. Good. Lift that head back up mindfully. Remember, we are love and happiness, and that's all we need. Love and joy. Good. Come back up. Remember, you are a magnet for miracles. You just have to get on the right frequency, okay? And life can be so beautiful. Life will connect you with what you're intended to be connected with, but you have to be open to it, okay? You know, it's whatever you want. And, you know, for me, it was to be fulfilled, to figure out what this life is all about. And I am, and so grateful for that. What do you want? What do you want? You know, and a lot of times yoga, since it's a moving meditation, can help you and bring you to that, bring you through that so you can get to where you want to be. Okay, wonderful. So let's bring our chin to our chest. And then up, a little bit back, and down. Forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now let's do little neck circles. Okay, so we're going to come to the left, back. You can get a little clicking and clanking, right? Down. We're getting that synovial fluid in the joints. That's what we need. Continue to breathe, and then come back. Oh, that feels so good. Okay. Now that we lubricated our neck area a little bit, let's take our left arm, bring it around, you know, make sure it's straight, bring it around for a nice shoulder stretch. Okay, let's hold this for a couple of breaths. Good. Bring that back, and now lift your elbow up. Good. Pull it back a little bit, not too much where it hurts, but just so you get a nice stretch. You're going to feel this, right here and also in your shoulder right here. Okay, breathe deep. When you breathe deep, you breathe into the area that you're working, getting oxygen into that area. Why don't we focus on that? Visualize that. Good. Float the hands down. Good. Beautiful. Just for the sake of balance, let's switch our legs. The other foot in front, right? Okay. Let's bring that right arm over to the left. Feels so good. Nice deep breaths. Breathe into that shoulder area. Okay, now pick it up. Float the hands down. Let's bring those shoulders up to the ears with an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Let's do little circles coming forward and then little circles coming back. Forward, forward, back, back. Forward, forward, back, back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Stretch those arms, interlace the hands all the way up. Inhale. Float the hands down. Plant that right hand on the mat, left hand up and over. And let's make this a flowing pose, an asana, flowing asana, a vinyasa. Back and forth. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hands back on the knees. We're going to do these little cat-cows as we're sitting in our easy pose, okay? So rounding the back. Okay, head forward. It's a back bend. Your back looks like this right now with an exhale. That's cow. Inhale with our chin up and our tailbone. You're going to look like this. Exhale. That's cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Cat. Cow. All right. Do a few more like this and let's lubricate the back. Good. All right. Now we did our side to side. We already moved side to side. So what I want to do is I want to do a little twist. Okay. So let's bring our left hand to our right knee and twist. Now we're sitting up nice and straight. Let's hold this for a couple of breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Coming through center. Okay, we're twisting. Our hand is in the back. Good. All right. Now let's come to our tabletop position. All right. Before we do that, let's come into toes pose, where we're sitting on our toes. Take the pinky toe out so it's not stuck underneath. All right, so we're in our toes pose, okay? And I want you to bring your fist, make a fist, and bring your, lubricate your wrists, because that's really important. If we're on the computer, it prevents carpal tunnel syndrome, so we want to do that, okay? And then what I'd like to do, and I'll come face you while I'm doing this, I'm still on my toes. If it hurts you to sit on your toes, you're welcome to come down, but we're going to bring our hands up, and I'm going to be doing this. I don't know if you can see me in the, in the whole thing. So we're going to be doing this, okay? So if you want to do it down here or up here, we're closing and opening our hands, okay? So I'm on my toes. My hands are up. I'm breathing, and then I'm floating my hands down. Okay. So now shake out your feet. Your feet should feel good, nice and stretched out. I always like to do that before we go into down dog because it stretches out the feet. Okay. So now we're in our tabletop position. Our hands are wide spread. They're underneath our shoulders, and our knees are underneath our hips, okay? Let's sway our hips from side to side. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Now let's come on our toes, and let's do a floating tabletop, okay? Let's bring up our knees, okay? Hold. Okay, good. Now, let's come into our child's pose, like this, okay? Now, you're welcome to do a wide-legged child's pose, like this, if that works for you. And let's take a few breaths in this pose. If you'd like a little extra stretch, bring your hands over your back of your head. And then let those hands back. Lift up nice and mindfully. We have joy and happiness, and that's all we need. Now let's do a little vinyasa flow and get the juices flowing. All right, so we're going to come up like this to our, now, this is our high cobra, and then we can come back to child's pose. So let me see if I can square up my mat so you can see me a little bit better. There we go. All right. So child's pose. Cobra, okay? Exhale, inhale, exhale. Do lion's breath on the way back. Inhale. Ah. 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 Good. Now, let's come to our very first down dog, okay? So we're on our nice, strong, on our forearms, and we're going to pick up our tailbone. Let's get into position here. Our feet are hip width apart. If they come down to the mat, great. If not, don't worry. Our tailbone's up in the air, and we're feeling the muscles in our upper back. All right, our shoulder blades are coming together, and they're engaged. Our hands are nice on the mat, and we're not jumping into the wrist. We're using our entire hand. Arms are strong, shoulders away from the ears, and let's breathe. Believe it or not, this is a resting position, but I got used to it as a resting position. I like it. All right, now we're going to come forward into plank. All right. And then come back to down dog. Now this is a flow too, all right? exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and rest in child's pose. Okay? Okay. Now, what we want to do is let's come up to the front of your mat in ragdoll. Okay, so however you want to do that, you want to come up to dog and then walk your feet up to the front of the mat, feet hip width apart, holding on to each elbow. Legs do not have to be totally straight, but they can be if you want them to be. And just do ragdoll. And I'm going to adjust I'm going to adjust this just so I'll see if I can get it to the way I want it there. All right. So we're gonna do some poses standing. So this will be okay for the time being. And if I have to adjust it, I will. Okay, so we're in the front. Okay, we're doing our ragdoll. All right, let's come all the way up. Inhale, little back bend, and come to face me. Okay, so let's have our feet hip width apart. No, I'm sorry, long, maybe a little more than hip width apart. Okay, and let's inhale up. And they could be pointing out in a 45-degree angle, and we're going to come to goddess pose. Okay, that means our hands are out in cactus and we're bending down. So inhale and exhale. Come up, hands up, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, and then hands come down. Okay, so let's come to warrior two, all right? Our hands are straight. And to make sure they're straight, we want to come like this and then go back out, okay? So they're straight, and our knee is not over, but it's right above your ankle, okay? And our foot is parallel to the shorter edge of the mat, and they're a little wider, okay? So let's breathe in and out. Come back to reverse warrior with an inhale. Exhale down to angle pose where you put your forearm on your leg. Good, nice side body stretch. Let's flow. Back and forth. Good, back and forth. Okay, so now we're back into our warrior two. Let's come for a moment, put our foot in the back at 45-degree angle. Our leg is still facing forward and not coming over, but just forward. And our hips are now facing the side. They're not facing us, they're facing the front of the room. We're facing, and our hips are like headlights, straight on, and are coming up to our warrior one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And then float those hands back to warrior two. All right. And then just hold there for 1 minute because my music stopped for some reason. Okay. So come back to warrior two. Then we're going to come back to star pose. Goddess. Star. Okay, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to the other side. Okay. Now we're doing warrior two. Our hands, remember how they're straight. Okay. Our back leg is parallel to the back of the mat. Our front leg is forward, but our knee isn't over the ankle. It's right on above it. All right. So now we're going to come to warrior one. Everything's straight. And we're going to bring our back foot to a 45-degree angle, and our hips are straight on. Coming back to warrior two. And let's come back to reverse warrior. Do our little flow. Inhaling and exhaling. Exhale and inhale. Beautiful. All right. Back to center. All right. Now widen those legs as much as you can, and let's do our forward fold. I'm going to stay here for 5 breaths.
I swam across, I jumped across for you. Oh, what a thing to do. 'Cause you're all yellow. Drew a line for you. Oh, what a thing to do. And it was all yellow.
Okay. Now let's bring those legs in. Heel toe our feet in a little closer. And if it works for you, we're going to come into our yogi squat, our malasana. Pushing our knees out with our elbows. And let's sit here for a few breaths. Okay, hands on the mat. Let's come back up. All right, we're going to do one flow and come down back to our mats. Okay. All right, let's bring our hands up. All right, and then let's come into chair pose. Bring our hands to our heart. Twist to the right, back, twist to the left, back, hands back up, come down, exhale. All right, let's come to plank. Come all the way down. High cobra. Down dog, exhale. Let's pedal out the feet. Good, and then we're going to come to our knees on all fours. Take a couple breaths here. And we're going to do our bird dog. Okay? So let's bring, this is a nice balancing pose. We're going to bring one arm up, our right arm, and our left leg back. And then come back down. Left arm, right leg. And of course, you could always just do, your legs or your arms. Whatever you want to do. I'm going to adjust this back. There we go. There we go. Now we're going to be sitting back down. All right. So let's do a couple cat-cows. All right. Wrists under the shoulders and knees under the hips. So exhale for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Let's bring the right arm up to the sky and then thread it through. Thread the needle. Head down on the mat. Right hand is underneath and through. Palm is up. And our booty is up. Now let's lift your right arm back up and come back to center. Okay? Left arm up and through. palm up. Head is facing to the right, or whatever way your arm is. Okay, now let's inhale and bring the arm back up. All right. Now we're going to stay like this. We're going to come into our puppy pose. All right. So that's like this. Our booty is up. Our shoulders are getting a nice lengthening, and they're in front of us. Our forehead is on the mat. Our booty is up, and we're breathing. Nice shoulder stretch here. Coming back up. Let's do one more time in down dog, okay? Or you could stay in tabletop. We're going to pick that right leg up, all right, and open up the hip. Bend that foot, open, bend, and open, and come back down. All right, and you can also do it like this, as long as your hip is open, okay? So let's do it on the other side, coming to downward dog with an exhale. Inhale, the leg is up, and we're opening our hip. Point, okay, and down. All right, you can also do it like this. Good. Make sure you're breathing deep. Now we're going to do a nice flow before we lay down. We're going to come forward to the right side, back to child's pose, and over to the left. Inhale, exhale on the way down. Okay, so it's a circular motion. I love this. Good. Let's go around the other way. Good. Okay. Now, why don't we use our blocks for a couple of things? Let's bring our blocks in front of us. Let's bring our right foot in between the blocks. Okay. And right now, we're in our low lunge. All right. Now, this is good for our arms. I have it on the highest point. You can also put it like on the lower point too. So not the highest point. Actually, this would be the highest point, but I have it on the long one. And now we're going to pick our leg up for a nice front stretch of the hip, and then down. Okay. Now we're on our toes. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, if you could bring your block, the two together, our right leg is on the external side of the blocks, okay? This is lizard pose. And to start off doing lizard like this is a little easier than all of a sudden, coming down like to the ground with lizard. So this is a nice way to start. Okay, so we're in lizard pose, and let's do that same thing in lizard pose. Bring your knee up and down, and up and down. All right, let's take that to the other side. Okay, our left foot is in between the blocks for our low lunge. Picking our leg up and down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay? Bring our block, our left leg is on the outside of the blocks, and we're going to do the same thing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. All right. So we can put our blocks to the side for right now. Let's come to the front, cross our legs, and come down. We're going to come on our backs for a moment. Let's bring the block in between our legs. Okay, come all the way down. Okay. And we're going to lift it. Now bring your heels close to your booty. All right. And we're going to come up into bridge and then come down. This helps you keep, instead of coming out like that when you're doing bridge, it helps you keep your knees together and it helps push them in a little bit. All right? So inhale, up, exhale, down. Let's do a few of those. I am love and happiness, and that's all I need. All right? All right. Now let's do block passes for the tummy. All right? We're going to bring our block up and then pass it to our feet and have our feet come down. Our feet come up, we pass it to our arms, and our arms come down overhead. And we continue like that. Do as many as you can. Just inhaling and exhaling. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, okay? Good. All right, put your block to the side. Let's bring our right leg over the left. Pull that left leg through into lying down pigeon pose. Let's hold this for a couple of breaths. Okay, bring that leg down. Bring your right leg all the way down to the ground and let that left leg fall. And we're gonna do an IT band stretch, which is the outside of the hip. And what you can do is hold your ankle. Okay, your other hand can come to a T or down. Breathe. Don't let that leg collapse. Let it stay up so you can feel the stretch. Okay, let's go to the other side. Left leg over right, pull the right leg in. Okay, let's get into the IT band stretch where we're going to bring that leg over and hold the ankle. All right, should feel it right here. You need to look at my positioning. My right leg is down now, but bent, and my left knee is over, but it's not collapsing, it's up, and I'm holding my ankle. Okay, let's come up. If you have a band, put it under your leg, under your foot, I mean, and pull your leg back. Otherwise, just bring your leg up and pull it from the back. Okay, bring that leg down. Let's do the other one. Okay, now let's bring both legs up and just do some ankle rolls. They could be bent. Point, flex. All right, bring them down. Bring the knees into your chest. Go back and forth. Give your back a little bit of a massage. I'm love and happiness, and that's all I need. Okay, both knees over to the left. Right arm out. I'm looking over at the right. Easy twist. Okay. Bring the knees back up, back and forth. Bring them over to the right. Take a breath in and out. Okay. Knees in one more time. Let's go into happy baby if that's accessible to you. Otherwise, do your version. There's always another way. Just have your feet on the mat and your legs bent is fine too. We're just resetting. Okay. Now we're coming into, we're going to do a nice stretch. Feet all the way down, arms all the way up. And it's that time. The most wonderful time, Shavasana. I'm going to put on some nice music, and I want you to just relax, and we're going to do a chest in with each body part. Okay. Let's lie down on our backs. Let's focus on our head and relaxing our brain and our head and just being. No place to go, nothing to do, just be. Breath in and out. Relaxing the jaw. Maybe putting your tongue behind the two front teeth, that fire point. Breathing in and out, relaxing the jaw, relaxing your neck, palms up, relaxing your arms and hands, your torso, your back, and your legs and your feet. Breathe in and out. I will mind the time and you just be. Breath in. Now let's start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, move your head from side to side. And what I'd like you to do with your hands pillowing your head is come over to your right or left side and sleeping baby's pose. And while you do that, I want you to focus on a joyful, energetic body, a loving, compassionate heart, a quiet and alert mind. And this will give you a lightness of being. We're lifting up, coming to a seated position. Okay, your eyes can be closed or open. Hands to your heart. I would love for you and wish for you to have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, peace in your heart, peace in your world, and peace in your home. Namaste. The light in me honors and loves and recognizes the light in you. Namaste. I wish you all a beautiful day and I hope to see you again really soon.